What do you know about the Templar defenses?
They had deep roots in the local population and were able to call up a large number of paladins. In addition, they have deployed a military bot in the mosque and 2 in the arcology.
What happened to the city's security forces?
They were eliminated. SSC Chief Farrah Maxwell stormed the arcology with forces flown in from Germany, but they were surrounded and are now pinned down somewhere inside the structure.
So I'm on my own.
I will wait here for now. After you find Paul, I will meet you in Flight Bay 23 at the top of the arcology. Good luck.
This is what the Illuminati wants you to do. Destroy Paul Denton and help return biomod technology to international regulation. Please discuss the operation with the elite commander waiting for you in the street. Paul's frozen body is located in Flight Bay 24 on level 110 of the arcology.
I figured you'd knock around Europe for a while. You do know that the Medina could get overrun by Templars at any moment.
Thought there might be some trade in refugees. You know, quick hops away from trouble. But there hasn't been enough action yet for people to start liking my rates. What about you?
I can take care of myself, but I might have use for a pilot later. A long trip, one way to New York City.
Guess that would pay better than these Medina scabs. I offer to save their lives and the best they can do is 12 credits. How about you make a reasonable offer and we get out of this hole?
Here's a fair payment.
Right then, meet me at the pad.
Watch for me from the air. I have business in the arcology.
Are you some sort of WTO special agent?
Something like that.
Don't forget, my bird has Sunfire missiles. Can't do much against the arcology pyramid, but for a few more creds, I might be able to help you out in New York.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Very well. You may use the English pilot. I will depart for Liberty Island at once. I will be needed once the great advance is complete.
I've seen the NG commercial. The endorsement of Pequod's. Thanks a million.
What can I say? We all have our taste in coffee.
Huh. Smug arcology brat.
I guess the situation in the arcology hasn't hurt business. Aren't you worried that the Templars might occupy the Medina?
What does it matter, as long as I have customers?
I guess you're not very political.
I have enough worries just getting profitable. The regional director is reviewing my books at the end of the week. My only enemy is Pequod, and our battlefield is the customer.
Isn't the Pequods in the arcology closed?
The manager was murdered, but the Pequods Corporation will find a way to keep a branch in Cairo. That is my fate.
Shrewd thinking.
You have to be careful of your loyalties in the post-collapse world. That is the secret to success.
You might be onto something there.
Here's a line from the Salesman's Handbook. Promise them the world, but always dangle it just out of reach.
Good advice. Well, it's been nice chatting.
Sayings like that got me where I am today. Something to think about, while you are still young enough to change your future.
Very well. You may use the English pilot. I will
How
depart for Liberty
inconsiderate.
Island at once. I will be needed once the great advance is complete.
Now what? I'm warning you. Enough is enough. I know you're there.
Both of us are targets here.
What do you expect me to do?
You will infiltrate the new Cairo arcology. I will do the same and join you prior to the assault.
If anyone's a glaring target for Templar Paladins, it's a biomodified commander like yourself.
Then we agree to maintain the minimal threat profile until a crucial moment.
What if I'd rather work alone?
Our orders are to work together. We will destroy Paul Denton and return biomod technology to international regulation.
Tell Dumier he's gonna have to look for an assassin somewhere else.
My orders encompass that contingency as well. Engaging in combat.
be a fool, Helios. Do you really think that the Dentons will have any use for you once the technology is imposed on humanity? It will be a
that's
plague
just
worse than the
smashing
one in
brilliant.
Cairo, and you will be responsible.
It seems that the Illuminati is making one last grab for power. You must revive Paul, Alex. Apostle Corps needs a strong leader who can restore it to global prominence. The Illuminati only want to steal our research to increase their wealth and power.
Penny, calm down. Let's go take a walk in the greenhouse.
You know I can't.
Your grandfather wants to shut you up until you're old and scared of life like him.
Look how dark it is, Annie. The breathers only work up to 12 million ppl.
We will run to the greenhouse. Hurry before your grandfather hears you.
I would. But what would happen to him if I got the plague? No, I can't.
So we wait. While some greedy bold scientist ignores the plague to make pills for dieting, we wait. Like stones in the desert. We are dead. Waiting for nothing.
Stop doing this to me, Annie.
Pretty sick today, isn't it?
JC Denton has a hold on your imagination, perhaps. Talk to your friend Leo in front of the mosque. See how much he likes enforced modification. Do you really think Apostle Corps is any different than the sect of the Omar?
Leo? Is that you? The frog suit threw me for a second.
Alex, familiar face. Just what I need.
I guess I don't have to ask whether you're still working for the Omar.
I've completed phase 1 of the Omar induction. He said I would have 2 months to decide whether to accept the cortical interface, which will make me a true Omar. But they are afraid the Templars will attack the Medina. They want me to undergo phase 2 immediately.
Sounds like you're having second thoughts.
There's no turning back after phase 2. I'd be almost invincible with cyborg hardware plus the Tarsus biomods, but this stuff's not like a nanite infusion. I'm still sore from the transskeletal supports I already have.
Just tell them you need time to think about it.
They say I have chosen. They say they will find me when I'm asleep and complete the operation. Then I will think like an Omar. It will be too late for choices.
Maybe you should leave town.
No money. I'd have to go on foot. With thermal vision, they'd pick me out on the desert plain like a pilot beacon.
It was good bumping into you, Leo.
Convergence is possible.
Alex, you were right. Her Holiness and Mr. Dumais had a secret alliance all along.
Still with the church? I see you're wearing your vestments.
I would have picked up some slacks and a neck sweater if the Templars hadn't overrun the ecology.
How are our friends at the Order and WTO going to deal with New Cairo? Hear anything before you left Trier? I would think they would dispatch a force to retake the city.
I did some investigating. Mr. Dumais thinks he can sacrifice Cairo in the short term, but he has sent his personal bodyguard, an elite commando, to kill an enemy of his being held in the arcology by the Templars.
I ran into this commando. No longer a factor.
You took care of him? Well, you probably just saved someone's life. He was ordered to self-destruct when he found the enemy. This would have destroyed both of them and helped the Illuminati seize some sort of device that's supposed to make them all-powerful.
It is time for Vitaka, applied thinking, taking what we desire and reconciling it.
You! Who sent you?
No one. Is something wrong?
The Templars put a bounty on the Nassif family. Maybe that's why you're here.
If I was a Templar assassin, I wouldn't stand around talking about it.
Then who's in the apartment upstairs? Not you? A neighbor told me she saw Templars, and I received a threatening email from a man I used to know like a brother. Now he parades down the street in his robe, goes with the mob into the arcology, and threatens my life.
You're right to be paranoid. Stay here. I'll let you know if I find out anything about the assassins.
What a big nothing the order turned out to be. They redecorated the mosque. What else? I wanted to believe. But what sort of order is this? Perpetual killing, gang warfare, just like before they came.
Universal biomodification doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? Hardly a political ideal. Don't be fooled by JC Denton's rhetoric. He is the mouthpiece for an AI construct, just like an Omar. Just like your old classmate Leo.
It's you! This time I'll make sure you don't walk away.
You're there?
Incoming!
Too dangerous.
I expect compliance. Logging disappearance.
I took care of the assassins upstairs. You don't have anything to fear from them.
You mean all of them?
Have the local police clean up the mess. You'll be fine.
You risked your life? For me? I wish I had something more than a few credits to offer as a reward.
Your niece Layla and I work together. That's the least I could do.
The Templars have taken the mosque.
Your time on this earth is limited.
Paladins are indifferent. The security bot will shoot any non-Templars. If you eliminated the bot, the people could probably escape.
Something.
Don't disappoint us like your classmate, Miss Sparks. This was her mission, but she wouldn't follow through. My captain on the ground took her into custody and will handle the transport out of the arcology. Pay attention, Alex.
That's just
No sweet talking, you trainees. Do as we say, or your traitorous friend dies.
to do this?
Stand ready. Target in sight.
You will contaminate humanity no more, you
Hope you
fiend!
like that.
The target's modified.
Hello? Hello?
By the skull of Sidon!
I know you're there!
I will keep this area secure.
I saw the guy. What?
Your turn, killer.
I'll have to report this.
Nothing else. You didn't need to go to so much trouble. What kind of person do you think I am?
Is there a problem? I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. Really, that's enough! Try me! I'm sorry I dragged you into all of this.
No problem. You alright?
I'm fine. I should have listened to you in Germany and left the WTO while I had the chance.
You got out alive. That's all that matters.
They wanted me to infiltrate the flight bay and murder Paul Denton. Can you believe it? Me, an assassin? And I almost did it, too.
What changed your mind?
I just suddenly woke up. I was installing this range weapon mod on my rifle, and it clicked. I've been training my whole life to hunt and kill people. Even Apostle Corps. That's what they trained me to do.
Well, I think it's time we all stop taking orders and start thinking for ourselves.
I'm scared, Alex. We're completely on our own, and we can't trust anybody. The only thing I know is that I'm not a killer. Here, do you want this weapon mod? I don't have a use for it anymore.
I guess it could come in handy. I have some unfinished business in Flight Bay 24.
I can take care of myself from here on out. Promise.
That's a strip checking this out.
Anyone there?
I just heard something. Someone may be sneaking around. Who's
now
there?
What? Young enemy, thy name is Pliable. How quickly you kindle a faith in a brother you never knew.
Maybe I plan to kill him, like the Illuminati want me to.
Then your ear bends to the worldly wise man, to continue the archaic analogy. The smallest breeze carries you off nature's straight and narrow path, which is ever eroded by the human lust for transcendence.
I'll keep that in mind.
Chairman Dumier lusts for worldly power. JC Denton, what's left of him? lusts for worldly bliss, and to both of them you are nothing but a finely wrought tool.
I suppose you're entitled to your opinion.
Why so hostile? I'm not evil. I merely oppose the powers that have shaped and confined you up until now. Just allow my scientist, Dr. Todd, to scan your cell nuclei and leave Paul alone.
You're asking me to join the Templars?
You already joined. At the kiosk on level 107, remember?
I've been waiting for your summons. Please, make me a knight.
Excellent. By the sword and the trowel and the honor of the Magister Templi, I pronounce you a Knight of the Rosy Cross.
Amen.
Now prove your sincerity. Give my scientists what they need.
That sure was a quick ceremony.
We don't have time for niceties. Dr. Todd is waiting for you in the flight bay. Do as he asks. As long as you cooperate, my paladins will hold their fire. I will have additional instructions for you when you reach Liberty Island.
I just cruised by Flight Bay 23, but the pilot beacon's dead. You'll need to bring it online before I can land.
You may pass.
Nice. The beacon's right there. Fire it up and Bob's your uncle. I'll be down in half a second. Got the signal loud and clear. Let me know when I should fly in.
I have something I need to take care of first.
I'll keep a lock on the beacon. Use it to contact me when you're ready. Nice. The beacon's right there. Fire it up and Bob's your uncle. I'll be down in half a second.
I think we should just rush them, but the captain won't give the order.
Repairing damage. Repairs complete.
Dr. Nassif, how are you doing in the middle of all this?
I'm doing okay, for now. The Templars are right at our door, but at least they're giving us a breather. I just hope the rescue flight gets here before the next volley starts.
It's almost too much to comprehend right now, especially considering how fast the Templars seize control of this city.
They've got to be stopped. Their main objective was to capture Paul Denton from Apostle Corps' lab here in the Arcology, which they succeeded in doing. We have intel that he's being held in Flight Bay 24.
What do you think they're planning?
They will eventually murder him. You can't let all our hard work be destroyed by these lunatics. On some instinctual level, you feel a basic kinship. You know there's bond. Please, Alex, save Paul.
Oh, is that a biomod canister? Thanks.
Initiating repairs. Functionality restored.